Hi, I'm Karen Fowler with Pronounced Success, and I'm here with another quick English pronunciation tip. I am a speech language pathologist, and I specialize in English pronunciation and accent, and I teach people every day the English pronunciation techniques they need so that people will focus on their great ideas and not on how they speak. So in this video, I want to share with you a shadow listening technique that can help you learn a new accent. So notice I didn't say accent modification or accent reduction because I truly believe that what you're learning when you take an accent training class is you're learning a new accent. You're learning a new way to speak English. And so shadow listening is a great way to give yourself more information on how to do that. So what is shadow listening? The way I like to think of it is you find a recording, podcast, news news story, a speaker of some kind. You find a recording of somebody that has the target accent that you're interested in, and then you just isolate a few seconds of that recording and you listen to it enough times so that you can predict what they're going to say, and then you start to parrot them. So as they're saying it in their accent, you are now trying to say it exactly the way they are saying it. And as you're doing that, you want to pay attention to exactly how are these words feeling different in your mouth when you're trying that accent on. And this gives you lots of information about how you should make changes to your speech to learn that new accent. So I have an example for you. I took a small snippet from the BBC NewsHour, and I've isolated just a few seconds of it so I can demonstrate this for you. And bear in mind that if I can demonstrate this for you on a video and put it on YouTube for the whole world to see, you can certainly do this in the privacy of your own home and not feel too foolish, okay? So let me pull up my recording and you can hear. First, I'll let you listen to the snippet that I've isolated.
Also, the worldwide cyber attacks, which began on Friday and not yet over.
Okay, that's Julian Marshall from the BBC NewsHour. And I will take the first part of that, and I've listened to it enough that I know what he's going to say, and so now I'm going to start to parrot him.
Also, the worldwide cyber attacks, which began on Friday and not yet over. Also, the world.
See how I did that? A little bit of a parroting. And as I do that, I'll do that as many times as I need till I can start to feel the difference in my mouth. One thing I've learned on that first part, when he says worldwide, let's listen to that.
Also, the worldwide cyber attacks.
The worldwide. He is saying this with a much more closed jaw, rounded lips, and I can feel the sound resonating more up in the front of my face as opposed to lower down here, which is where North American English, it's my native accent, would resonate. So worldwide, worldwide. I would say it in my accent as worldwide, worldwide. There's much more lip movement happening when I say it in my accent, worldwide. My jaw opens more for wide, world, and I say worldwide. He has much more closed, it's much more rounded.
Also, the worldwide cyber attacks.
Cyber attacks.
Worldwide cyber attacks.
So I've already learned that there's more rounding happening on those rounding sounds, and I have to keep my jaw more closed than I would typically do. Let's listen to another part.
Which began on Friday and not yet over.
Which began on Friday or not yet over. Now I know I'm not doing a great British accent, but I'm learning, and that's what's important. So let me parrot him.
Which began on Friday or not yet over.
Oh, which began on Friday and are not yet over. Wow, that's totally different than how I would say it. Which began on, he says on for on, which is how I would say it. Now notice on, my jaw is more wide, more open. My lips are retracted a little bit more as opposed to on. On is much more closed. On, and Friday, he says Friday, and I would say Friday. And then the most interesting part happens at the end. Let's see if I can cue it up.
Friday and not yet over.
Are not yet over. Not yet over. Wow. So I would say not yet over, which are not yet over, right? North American English, we're not going to hear those T's as crisply at the end of the words not yet. They're going to be just barely there, not yet over. And my jaw is going to be much more open for that rounded O sound and over in a North American English accent. Not yet over, as opposed to not yet over. Oh, things are much more closed. They're in the front of my face. They're rounded. I have to make sure that I pronounce those T's nice and crisply for the British accent, and it has a very different feel in my mouth. So if I did this enough times, which I do, by the way, and have fun with it, I eventually am going to pick up on some very common themes. So my rounded sounds are much more rounded, and my resonance happens much more up in the front of my face, and my jaw's not quite as open. And you can start to feel the accent can transform. And this is something that you can very easily do as well. And as you do this enough times and being very mindful of exactly what's happening in your mouth, you are creating a muscle memory in your brain so that you can hop into the accent of your choice, and you can kind of hop out when you want because you're aware of the differences. By all means, play around and have fun with the accents. Get in your room and the privacy of your own home if you feel silly, and just go for it. Just play around with your mouth and how the differences are. And you might sound completely crazy or off base, but you're always learning something, and it'll get a little bit better each time. So that's my one suggestion on how to use shadow listening and parroting to learn a new accent. If you want more information and more videos like these, go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And you can go over to my website and you can click the link, which I think will be over here, and check out my blog where you have lots more videos and free downloads and resources that can help change your accent. So until next time, thanks for watching.